Ariana Paul aho, ko ngā puhi Ngāti Maniapoto, Ngāti Tūwhareto ko iwi. I was raised here in Waikato with my grandparents. I'm now married to Tama Pōtaka and we have 3 children. Collectively as a whānau, we have been involved with a kaupapa that started about 4 years ago. In fact, this is the place where we commenced our first Try Māori. We had maybe 5, 6 people sitting around talking about what is hauora. And so from that small group of people came this sort of, momentum that triggered Try Māori. We had absolutely, no credibility behind us except for the fact that, we'd run a few hui, we know what it's like to manaaki people, we know what it's like, to organise, but we certainly had no idea about running a triathlon. One of the very first calls that we placed when thinking about, how and where, was to Waikato Tainui and to Kuriki Kahukura.
Working with adults?
Both of them came together in a working group. From Kuriki Kahukura, we were fortunate to have their kaumātua come. And so when we know that we have the blessing of the iwi, we know everything's going to be good.
We found a lot of synergy, a lot of alignment with values, a lot of alignment with wider vision. So while we're a tribal entity, really whānau values can be kind of transported between many different types of entities or different types of organisations. And so at the core of it, we had similarities around what whānau values were.
Our first year we had about 600 people. We've probably now gone up to about 1,500 people participating in our different events. Try Māori, yes, has evolved over time. At the moment I'm working with someone down all the way down in Invercargill. This will be the southernmost triathlon in the world. It's amazing. For the last 20 years I've been involved in adult education. So having seen what education means for adults has made me think more about if adults are to have their own pathway in deciding what they're going to be doing and where they're going, then surely our children also have that inside of them. And I felt that it was really important for me as a mum to somehow be more involved.
As a whānau, we were just sort of looking for something a bit new. We wanted to do something that was different, that was innovative, that kids would have fun at, but also hopefully take something back with them. Ariana came along, told us about the ideas that they were sort of throwing around, but we looked at franchises, and the reason for that was franchises are probably a bit more less risk, and that was where the Squiggle program came out, which is a franchise from Israel. They're in about 17 countries doing the same program, and with each day having a theme, it's just been great to sort of find really fun activities and things that we can do.
We just help to bring their creativity, their innovation out of themselves by providing them with some structure.
We knew going into it that it would be not something that's just going to turn over money and things like that overnight.
Dude, that can go down there.
We're now in a space where the business is now profitable. We now have pretty clearly defined sort of profit margins for all the things that we do, and looking to go on from there.
It's important that you kind of take opportunities when you see them. Whānau is at the heart of lifelong learning for Waikato Tainui, and so when Ariana again came through and wanted to create a conversation, it was the door had already opened. So with that coupled together with the ability to deliver a program with a group that were whānau orientated, and also that aligned to a STEM subject, which is engineering, which Waikato Tainui and a lot of others have identified as being a pathway that's going to be needed in the future. It was an awesome opportunity to kind of link that together.
I don't have any qualification in primary school education or anything like that. I certainly have passion though, and which is primarily a lot of what drives us to do the things that we do.
With the support of Ariana and her group, we've started up a Young Engineers Club as well in our school, which happens every Wednesday after school, and it was phenomenal because every child was engaged. Every child said what a fun way to start school. Who knew that you could actually learn with Lego and you could see a totally different way of thinking and success for students where you're not seeing it with just a few, it's the whole class. I can just say nothing but positive things about this program.
Behind all of the kaupapa projects that I'm involved with, it's certainly not one person, it's certainly not Ariana. There is a whole, whānau of people who have the same vision, the same passion about becoming, active, be it in education or be it in hauora or be it whatever, sphere that you want to work in.